Hey guys, this is your girl Crystal from A Basket Case. Today I'm in my crafting area or my design room, and I have two orders that I'm working on today. They are going to be raffle baskets for an upcoming event. And the person that is putting on the event has asked me to go ahead and design a basket, and they've purchased the items. Now, they purchased the items themselves, which are Bath and Body Work items, very, very nice items. So the basket I'm going to design is going to be fairly simple, fairly basic. It's not going to be anything too elaborate because of the budget that I'm working with. So without further ado, before we get into this video, if you'd give it a thumbs up from my heart, I really would appreciate it. Like the video, comment if you want to, and even feel free to share it out. I really, really would appreciate it. Okay, let's get into it. I have 4 items, and they are the Bath and Body Work Platinum series. This is the Diamond Shimmer Mist. This is a Fine Fragrance Mist. This is a body lotion and a body wash. Okay, it's very pretty. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has the iridescent, so it's picking up all kinds of colors, kind of giving that diamond illusion or the platinum illusion. So the main colors are silver and white, and of course, whatever color you want to mix in with that. The bottle, though, when you look at it, it has a very light lavender color, looks like to me. Okay, so I don't know, just wanted to bring that to your attention. So these are the 4 items that they gave me to work with. I went ahead and pre-stuffed my basket with the paper. Okay, this is just one of our little after Easter Dollar General baskets. I know you guys have seen these. Most of us already got these. Okay, now I did want to add just 3 more little items, and that's just basically for the scale of the basket and basically as a filler. Okay, so in my stockpile, I have this journal. Okay, it is just, I think it's a kind of a strength and fitness journal, and just a journal to make some notes. So I have this planner, and then of course our body loofah. You know, I love these in baskets when I'm doing body care baskets. And then I have this silver or platinum cosmetic bag. Let's see, who's this by? Lacombe. Okay, and I just went ahead and took the liberty of went ahead and stuffing it, you know, already with some paper. You know how we do to give it a filler. Okay, and that's basically it for this basket. The basket is not very big, so the things in here, you know, it's gonna fill it up quite nicely. And again, this is going to be a very basic basket, not anything super elaborate or super over the top, but we still want to make it nice for them. And they are a repeat customer. Every year when they have a gala or a function or something, you know, they're always hiring me to design the baskets. It is for a nonprofit organization, so I do believe the items from Bath and Body Works were donated. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to adjust this camera, kind of turn it around. This concept shouldn't take very long. Like I said, it's going to be very basic. Okay, I'm just going to adjust this camera down. All right, there you have it. Okay, so again, I've taken the liberty to go ahead and stuff the basket with some paper, and then of course I took some tissue paper and covered up the paper. I needed a backer, so this is why we're going to use this journal, okay? So basically this is just for a backer, and we're going to stick that right down in there like so, okay? And then we have our cosmetic bag, okay? And I think I'm going to put this cosmetic bag right there behind the handle. And that way it's going to leave me some room in the front to work with my body care items. Okay, let's just get that in there straight. Okay. All right. Okay. Fairly simple. Like I said, not anything complicated at all. Now, what I did notice was one of these items was very tall, and I was thinking about how I was going to get that in here, but I think what I'm going to do, let me adjust this just one more time so you can see it. I'm not so much interested in you seeing me, but I do want you to see what I am doing. Okay? All right, so I have the one here, and let's see if that platinum body mist would work there, and maybe one here. No. Let's see what that looks like. Then we have this one, and of course the basket isn't wide enough, but I want to use it. So I'm wondering if I need to sit one of these up like so. Okay. I like that. So what I'm going to do is get more paper. Okay, and let's see. Open this paper up. Got some harder paper in there. And then I'm going to cover up my paper with a piece of white tissue. You know how we do. So we want to camouflage everything. Okay. So if I stick this, let's just see if this is going to work. If I put this down in here like so. Sit it up like so, and put, I think I want this big one on top, or do I want the, well, let's see, the big one on the bottom, okay, then we're going to put the smaller one on top. Now, I am going to definitely have to anchor these down because of what I'm working with. Okay, I'm gonna have to tape those because the size basket that I'm working with is just not gonna allow for too much more. I'm wondering if I'll even be able to get that body loofah in here, or will I do better just putting some washcloths? Okay, bear with me and let me grab my tape, which I forgot to get. So bear with me, hang tight, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Thanks for hanging with me. I did grab the tape, but then when I thought better about it, I have my fishing line, my transparent fishing line, and I thought, you know what? Let me go with that because I didn't want a whole lot of tape, and these bottles are pretty heavy. So, again, what I've done is you see the paper there. I just use that as a riser, okay? And we're going to put some items here to cover that up. And what I did was I just took my fishing wire, okay, or fishing line rather, and I tied it around the top of this bottle, strung it through the handles, and then around the top of this bottom bottle. I know it's very transparent, so you can't really see it, so I just want to let you know that's what I'm doing here, and that's going to hold these bottles in place without a whole lot of tape. Okay, tape is fine, but for this particular concept, I wanted to use that fishing wire because for me, I think it was just a little bit easier without having to tape so many items. Okay, so got that in there. As you can see, it's holding on pretty good. It's not going anywhere. Okay, and like I said, these Bath and Body Works items are pretty heavy, so the fishing wire in this case worked better for me. Okay, then I have the Platinum Diamond Shimmer Mist, and then I have the Fragrance Mist. Okay, and they will sit right nicely, just like so. Okay, okay, I think so far so good. I do have this loofah, but as you can see, it is huge. So I don't think I'm going to be able to fit this in here. So you know what? I'm just not going to worry about it. We'll just leave that out. I just had it there just in case. Okay. Now, this shimmer mist doesn't look like it's going to hold up. It keeps wanting to fall over. And I don't have anything yet to put there, so I'm just going to put some shred and, of course, a beautiful flower. Like I said, I'm not going to embellish this too much because of the budget that I'm working with. So I'm not going to overdo it because I've added these two items here, which I think are great fillers. So I'm not going to worry about doing anything else. Okay, I cut a piece of my fishing wire. I don't know if you can see that. I keep saying wire. I'm sorry, fishing line. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm going to string it right through this handle. Okay, like so. Just string it right through the handle. All right, and I'm going to pull it right around the top of this bottle. Okay, let me see. Let's see how we're going to do this here. Okay, working with my fingernails here. Oh, you know what? Let me do this the other way. I'm going to string it this way. String it this way and then tie it. And then I'm going to anchor it around the handle. It's very slippery. Let me tell you, when you're working with this fishing line, it works really, really well. But like I said, sometimes it can be just a little slippery. Okay, so what I did was I just tied it right around the bottle first. Okay. And then I'm going to string it through the handle. Again, it is very transparent. You can't see a thing. And the reason why I didn't tape this is because the items are so heavy, I would have had to use quite a bit of tape, and that's what I did not want to do. Okay, so okay, here we go. Stringing that like so, and bring that around again. It just keeps slipping, but I got it. Okay, great. Very, very slippery. Okay, perfect. Okay. Voila, there you have it. And I'm just going to cut that line just a little bit. Okay. This one is standing up in there pretty sturdy. And I am going to grab my shred to put that in there. I didn't bring it on the table. I'm not sure if I was going to do lavender, if I have some white shred with some silver specks in it. So bear with me. I'm going to go in my stockpile and look for that. I'm sorry I should have brought all that stuff to the table, but I wasn't really focused in on that at the moment. But I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Found what I was looking for. This is some white shred that I've had, but if you could see it, it has some specks of platinum or silver in it. So I thought that would look really good in here. I started to add lavender, but I didn't want to take away too much from the color because I think I'm going to do a lavender bow. I did too, if you notice, moved the shimmer mist from this side and I put it over here. The scale just looked better to me, so I just went ahead and did the same thing with the fishing line. I just moved it on the opposite side. So this is what we're working with. Like I said, very, very simple concept. Nothing too elaborate at all. Okay, I have my shred here for my filler. It's already been stuffed with paper. So we're just going to come around, put this filler in here. I think what I'm going to do too is I have a couple of lavender little flower buds that I found. I think that's how I'm going to bring the color inside this basket. Okay. All right. I don't need a whole lot of shred, but we definitely want to make sure, as you can see, that all the holes are filled in, because we don't want any of those holes showing. Okay. And then I'm going to put a little bit back here. Like I said, you don't need very much at all. Okay. I think that does it. I'm just going to gather up what's left here. And kind of fill that in. This keeps moving, so what I think I'm going to do is, I have a glue dot, and my glue dot's around here somewhere. I'm going to glue dot that just to keep it steady. I am going to shrink wrap this as well. Let me grab my glue dots. Okay, I'm back. I'm glad everything that I have is right here in this room with me, because if I had to run all over the house, this would be terrible. I really should have thought more into this concept before I decided to do a video. But you know what? That's what the video is all about, isn't it? Learning together. Okay. So I just stuck some glue dots right on the side of that. Great. And that's holding perfectly. All right. So that's it for this concept. I have these little lavender flowers here. And I thought I would put one on either side. And I actually like the way that looks. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to add any more to this concept because of the budget, you know, that I'm working with. But I still wanted it to look very, very elegant, you know. All right. There it is, guys. I think it came out very nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink wrap this and put a nice pretty bow on it. And I'm going to move on to the next concept, though, before I do that. Okay, so hang tight, and I think I'm just going to do the next concept, too, while I'm on camera. Okay? All right. Okay, guys, I know I said I was going to work on the next concept, but the more I started looking at it, I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and finish this one before I get into something else, because I think with the other concept, I need to get one more item to go in it. So I've got to go search for it. So I said, let me just go ahead and finish this. So what I did was I'm going to use a shrink wrap bag for this concept. And the size bag that I'm using, I just put it down there at the bottom, is a 16 by 24. So 16 by 24. As you can see, is going to work. It's going to work perfectly, okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and get this taped up and get it all shrink wrapped, okay? All right. Okay, guys, here you have it, all nice and shrink wrapped. Very, very tight, very, very taut. If you can hear it, when you shrink wrap, that is kind of what you want. It is, for the newbies that don't know, whenever you're wrapping or shrink wrapping, when you gather the top, it is always good to pull your gathering as much as you can to the back, okay? Because you want that front, the presentation of your basket to just be crystal clear as you can possibly get it. So in this case, I gather towards the back. I'm going to shrink wrap this. I'm going to apply a little bit more heat because it's gathering just a little bit there. But I'm going to apply some heat on it, and it's going to straighten that right out, okay? So that's just kind of where I gathered it. So that's kind of the finished product. I just tied this at the top because right then I didn't have a pipe cleaner with me, but I did have this little piece of ribbon. So I just went ahead and tied it at the top, and I'll just clip it off and put the pipe cleaner right on top of it. You know, no worries. Let me get my blow dryer and get that out of there. Bear with me. Sorry about the noise. Voila. Okay. All right. I was going to go ahead and put a lavender bow at the top, but I do remember the colors for the gala, I believe is silver and white, black, white, and silver. Okay. So I had some of this silver ribbon, and I'm just going to tie that right on top, and it's going to tie it right in with the platinum. I'm not even going to mix the colors. I'm going to keep it very, very simple, like I said, because of the budget that I'm working with, but it's still going to be beautiful and elegant, okay? So let's make our bow. Cut this off of here. I'm going to leave a little bit because I'm going to put my business card. I'm going to attach my business card. Sometimes I put it inside the basket, depending on what the event is, and sometimes I tie it on the outside. And because this is a gift raffle, I want it on the outside where when they announce the raffle, they can also announce where the gift, was designed. This is just some, basically some holiday ribbon I had in my stockpile. Gosh, I can't even tell you when I got this. But, it was a holiday ribbon, but it is the platinum color or silver. And we are going to make a nice bow to go with this. All right. So we're going to hold this like this and gather it. This ribbon is not like the best quality ribbon, but it's pretty and it will serve the purpose, but it is very, very lightweight. Okay, so we're going to commence to making our loops. Let's see. Tie that right here on camera. Let's see, pull these loops together. I always like to do that just to make sure I got the loops fairly even. I kind of want a big bow for this. The basket isn't huge, but I do want the bow to be pretty pronounced. Okay. So we're going to create these loops. Okay. So hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Hey, and if you can't make loops, if you can't make bows by hand, if you have one of those bow dabbers or some kind of bow maker, you know what? Use what you got. Use what you got. Honestly, I've been doing bows for so long, it's easier for me to do them by hand. But sometimes people have problems with their hands, or they can't just get that bow just the way they want it. So I'm a big proponent of there's no right or wrong way when you're designing. It's just your way, so I think we all need to remember that, especially for our new people coming on. Whatever God downloads in your mind to do, I think that's what you should follow. Not a right or a wrong way, just your way. Okay. So are we going to do 3 and 3? I think. What do y'all think? Let's see. 3 and 3. Yep, I think we're going to do 3 and 3. 3 loops on either side. I'm going to straighten out this bow. Oh, gosh. Every time I get on, there's a call coming in. So I'm going to straighten out this bow. Okay. We're going to cut here. Cut that off. And I am going to make some tails as well. Take another little piece. Just cut that little piece off of there. And of course, we're going to trim it up. Okay. Take that right where I creased it, and I'm going to twist it right in that crease. So we're going to have a tail. Put that right behind those trigger fingers. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave these, but I'm going to trim them up as well. Okay, those were just little tails from when I first started the bow. Okay, so let's see. Yep, I like it. I found a silver pipe cleaner that I didn't have earlier, which is why I tied that ribbon on there. Okay, I'm just going to pull that and just going to give it a good twist. Okay, just a good twist, good old-fashioned twist. Okay, great. Then let's fluff out that bow. Like I said, this ribbon is flimsy. It's pretty, but it's not the best quality ribbon. And if you're just new into bow making, you are definitely going to learn very quickly the textures and the quality of ribbons. Some of them are easier to work with. Some of them are a little bit more challenging to work with. Not hard, just challenging. Okay. All right, so let's get this bow attached, and then we'll really see what we're working with. Let's get this bow attached to the back. Man, I don't know where I got this pipe cleaner from. I really like them though. I mean, they are not flimsy at all. I mean, this is some real wire going on here. Okay. And of course, I'll trim that in just a second. So let's see what we came up with here for our platinum collection. Now, I do have a Bath & Body Works ribbon. It is blue, but because these are Bath & Body Works products, I am going to utilize that ribbon in here or on this bow some sort of way. Haven't figured out just how yet. Okay, I'm going to trim that. And then I'm going to dovetail the ends. Okay, let's see. Okay, there we go. One. And let's dovetail this one. Okay. And then remember these two little tails when I first started the bow? Now this is optional. Sometimes I leave them, sometimes I don't start my bows with them. But for this particular case, I did on purpose leave it like so, because I wanted that double tail. Okay. 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 And there you have it. This is our platinum collection. Well, that's what I'm calling it anyway. Okay. I think it came out pretty nice. Okay. Very, very elegant. I don't know if that silver is hard to see on camera, but it's very, very elegant. So I have my trusty wire cutters here, because let me tell you, I don't know what kind of pipe cleaner this is, but it's a daggone good one. I don't want to dull my scissors, so that's why I have this little, what did I say, pipe cleaner? I meant to say wire cutter. I'm sorry. So I keep my little wire cutters there. All right. Okay. I really like the way that turned out. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I have one of my business cards that says basket case. And sometimes I like to do this, especially if it's for a function, it's going to be a raffle. Because if people like your design, then you want them to be able to get in contact with you. So I just have this little hole punch. I punch a little hole in that business card. Let me tell you, this is a really cool idea. But if you don't want to use, or if you don't have any business cards, you know what? You can get right on the computer and make your own. Definitely can make your own. I've done that as well. All right. And so I just attached my business card right on the back of that. And I'll just take this scissors and I'm just going to curl the little bit of that ribbon that's left. Okay, like so. That little curl there. Okay. Alrighty, and that, my darlings, my loves, is the finished product for this. Okay. Okay, guys, this is Crystal with a basket case with this really cute, simple design. It is going to be a raffle for a nonprofit organization. They bought the items. I just added 2 items, and I'm going to charge my regular design fee for this. And I attached the business card, so if anybody wants to reach Crystal at a basket case, they can. Okay? All right, loves. Signing off for now. This is Crystal with a basket case. Let me know what you think about this design. Bye for now.